God, I hope this is working. Please. I don't understand why I'm not getting any sound out. I'm not going to worry about it. Hey, Christopher29 from Denver, I think. Hi. Hi, Terry. How are you? I'm wondering if anybody can hear me. Please let me know with a thumb up emoji, please. Can anybody hear me? Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now we can continue. So today is Friday. You know what happens on Friday. It's another episode of Mel's Mat Chat. Today is episode 258. Hopefully everybody's going to have a good Friday. I'm going to have a better Friday after this. I'm exhausted. I was out all night and I was partying, and I still have most of my makeup on from last night. I took the eyelashes off. I was just done. Um, but has everybody's Friday? I'm doing pretty well. If you can tell, my horse is going to be fucking great at the end of this whole thing. I don't care because I had a great time last night. So we have the last tapings of NXT 2.0. We're gonna have brand new episodes live. We're also going to, I think it's this coming week that Dynamite is going to be going up against NXT. I just don't understand why they can't wait till the following week and everybody could go back to their own, spots. But it is what it is. I'm not going to fucking argue with them because it's not my place to. And it's, they wouldn't take any advice from me because I would be better. They will be stuck on everything. So, yeah, this weekend is gonna be crazy. With Ian, whatever. Um, he's coming to visit for the weekend, and it's gonna be crappy all weekend. So if you have anything to do, please do it inside. And speaking of Ian, my anxiety was crap the past 48 hours. All my family, friends, and loved ones have made it out perfectly. Some of them are still without power. Some of them are assholes. I'm going to tell you a quick story. My grandfather, I called him up and I said, what's going on? How was everything? He's like, no, the den is destroyed. Water came in and it destroyed the entire house. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then he's like, oh, it's just a joke. I'm joking. Nothing was here. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. I'm worrying up here. I have high blood pressure, which doesn't help the situation, not what iota. And then you're making jokes about this. Really smart. And I just found out because I got the text and I got the um uh the in the chat that it made landfall in and around about South Carolina. I'm praying for those people. I'm praying for everybody that this fucking hurricane just gets the fuck out of here. So let's see. We also with NXT we have Gallus is suspended for God knows what reason. I think maybe they're going to go back to England and get everything situated, and then they're going to come back, and then they're going to be the force to reckon with. Whatever, like 3-man group, Better start using the fucking Freebird rule, okay? If the Undisputed Era can do it, they can do it, okay? So, we have that, and we have, a multitude of other things of going on. My coverage of Extreme Rules next weekend is going to be an absolute fucking crazy shit next week. My mom's best friend, which she's like an aunt to me, her name is Carrie. She's coming from Arizona. Coincidentally, she has her what is it called? Oh shit. High school reunion coming up the same day as my mother's mass, which that's just another situation that I dealt with this week. But next week I can finally, put my mom to, it's a closure. Now I can, not fully like put her in the past, but I don't have to feel that hurt anymore because it's going to be real. It's going to be closure. I know she's never coming back and I need this. My family says, "Oh, you should have been just a service." And I said, "No, no, my mother never got a regular funeral. I couldn't afford it. I am doing a mass, and that is that." And I think that the way everything comes off, I'm hoping that, it just, it's it's very hard right now on me because I'm carrying a lot of fucking um a lot of emotions, and I do watch wrestling just to escape and everything. So we are doing that, and but just I just feel the goodness is coming. I'm finally getting that good um luck back, and I'm hoping that 2022 is, to me, is done in the books. 2023 is going to be my year. I'm going to I'm going to be happy. I'm going to, be with people who are in my corner and be happy around me and not want to pull me down. And I'm just, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I've been ready for months now. It's just now it's next week's the day. Next week's the week, and then I'm gonna go see my son, and then we're gonna have the closure with him, and we're gonna we're just gonna have to, let things in the past and let it lie because I can't do anything about it. So um I mean, I'm missing my mom every single fucking day. I didn't think I could get through 30 days without her, you know. Thanks, Terry. Um, so, I got through 6 months and I'm ready to start living. And I lived last night and I am I am paying for it this afternoon. Okay? So let's get this party started for episode 258. You know what we do here. We know what we do. Let's go check out Harry's.com and get all your toiletry essentials and shaving essentials there. Check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. They do great things for the community, and they also do great products for your beard if you have one. Also, please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Check out their three new flavors: lemon, lime, mixed berry, and mango orange. Go check them out at liquiddeath.com. Also, please go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and get your pumpkin. Aw, thank you, Terry. Um, Also, go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And pumpkins out. Pumpkins out. Pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin coffees. Well, they got you covered in pumpkin. And if you want to have a really good cup of coffee in the morning, you want to make it take it up to the next notch, check out their espresso pods and their grounds and their beans. Also, please go check out in the greater area of Pennsylvania, Sanctuary Wrestling Independent Company and Outbreak Wrestling if you're in the greater Pennsylvania area. Also, please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. If you haven't seen it, Genesis, please go check it out on Fight TV. I don't know when their next thing is coming on, their next event, but everything is on the website, so go check them out. All right, let's get this started. I needed to take my glasses off because it's shining in the computer screen and you can't see my eyes. All right. Let's first, so that I don't have to keep freaking I don't have to keep what is it calling? Turning on my display and turning on my freaking screen because it's annoying as fuck. So we're going to start off with all WWE shows. Get them out, get them going, and then I'm going to get you over to AEW, and then I'm going to get you out of here. This is a one-stop shop. If you don't have the time during the week and you don't have the time to even sit during a DVR session, you get everything here in less than 2 hours. What greatest thing is that? You know? All right, let's start with SmackDown from last week. We start off with SmackDown begins with undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns making his way out to the ring with the entire bloodline and Paul Heyman with him. Reigns tells the Salt Lake City crowd to acknowledge him, and they do, of course. The 8-minute into the show, we get an actual opening promo. Heyman tells the Salt Lake Cityans they are a lot of items on the bloodline list right now. First, Roman Reigns is still your champion, and now that McIntyre has another bridge to cross, get it, carrying cross, it's time to talk about Solo Sikoa, which I think they should have kept the title on. Let him do double duty, because then that knows that they can go to him as a guy that they can depend on him. But that's just me, For me, to fucking put another spotlight and make things more important, that's just me. We have Heyman says Solo was sent by the elders of the Samoan dynasty to stop the conspiracies against Roman Reigns. Heyman calls Solo the enforcer to ensure Reigns' remain on his throne on the island of relevancy, which allows the Usos to focus on their pursuit of immortality. Jimmy Uso grabs the mic to guarantee that tonight they will still be tag team champions. Reigns takes the mic from Jimmy and calls out Solo. Reigns says the elders may have sent him, but he answers to Reigns now. And Reigns tells Solo to acknowledge him. Solo does, and Reigns embraces him with a big Samoan hug. Sami Zayn speaks up next as Jey Uso loses his mind with anger. Zayn says he knows he's not technically blood, but it's grateful how they've taken him in and that he wants to also publicly acknowledge his tribal chief. Reigns says, I like you, Sammy, but why are you saying anything right now? Reigns asked why Zayn never even has our shirt on and what this is all even about and what Zayn really wants. Reigns says he wants Zayn to take the bloodline shirt off. Zayn hesitates and Reigns calls out Jey Uso, who rips the shirt from Zayn's body. Reigns says he doesn't want to see Zayn in the bloodline shirt ever again because he got him a new one. Reigns throws Zayn a shirt that says Honorary Us with SZ right about it. Zayn freaks out, taps up Jamie and Solo, while Jey Uso looks over this entire show already. And Zayn hugs Reigns, and Reigns hugs him back. I can't wait till they fucking turn on him. That's the shit I want to see. I know I'm a sadistic bitch, but you love me anyway. You can't get enough of me. So we go to commercial break. We finally have a fucking match, okay? We have Liv Morgan versus Lacey Evans, which, why? Our opening match begins with Evans backing Morgan into the corner after a lockup. Evans slams Morgan headfirst into the turnbuckle and then drags her face across the ropes. Morgan hits a drop kick and follows with a running knee in the corner. Evans sweeps the leg to knock Morgan down to the mat. Evans slams Morgan headfirst into the ring post, which knocks her outside. It comes back and we have Evans having Morgan in a side headlock on the mat. Evans throws Morgan across the ring and goes for a cover for a 2. Evans rolls outside the ring and grabs a kendo stick from underneath the ring. Evans gets back in the ring and Morgan ducks the swing and hits an Oblivion and makes the cover for a 3. Morgan wins. After the bell, Morgan picks up the kendo stick but cannot bring herself to use it at first. Like Bayley in 2017, but unlike Bayley, she starts swinging relentlessly. Morgan then puts Evans on the table and dives off the top rope through Evans on the table outside. Oh, Chris, you're killing me here today. Thank you. Oh my God, that means so much to me right now. I needed all these love shout outs. I really do. I don't know what I would do without my fans. Seriously. So we go back live from coming back from commercial break. We have Zayn being confronted by Madcap Moss and Ricochet. Ricochet and Moss make jokes about Zayn and mock him for being an honorary Oots. Out of nowhere, Solo Sequoia runs up and takes both Moss and Ricochet out in Zayn's defense. We have the New Day versus Massey and Mansoor. The match begins with Woods and Mansoor in a lockup. After running to the ropes, Massey makes a blonde tag and runs in to hit a knee to Woods head before tagging Mansoor back in, who hits an elbow drop and a lock inside in a side headlock. Woods hits a back body drop to Mansoor over the top rope. Woods tries to crawl to the corner, but Massey makes the tag to run in and stop Woods. Massey and Mansoor pose for photos taken by Maxie Dupree. Kingston hits a drop kick and Woods gets a roll up for a 3 count. The winner is the New Day. I am so shocked that it's the New Day that wins. They wouldn't put a new tag team on because they don't know how to do that. After the match, Max Dupree freaks out and screams at Massey and Mansoor as the commentary acts as if Max's anger is not entirely justified. Michael Cole would act the same way if it were Michael Cole male models. Braun Strowman versus Otis. The big boys only match begins with a lockup. After shoving, Strowman manages to throw Otis across the ring, and then Strowman hits a kick to knock Otis outside the ring. Strowman rolls outside and begins to charge towards Otis. Chad Gable drops to the ground and forces Strowman to jump over and slow him down, allowing Otis to take advantage and slam Strowman into the barricade. Otis hits a lariat inside the ring and covers for a 2. Strowman hits a spinebuster and Otis rolls outside the ring. Strowman rolls outside and charges around the corner to slam right into Otis and Gable. Strowman throws Otis back in the ring and goes for a power slam, but Otis escapes and hits a world's strongest slam and covers for a 2. Otis hits a Vader bomb off the middle rope and gets another 2 count from the following cover. Otis climbs to the middle rope and goes for a splash, but Strowman rolls out of the way. Strowman hits a power bomb and covers for a 3. Strowman wins. We come back from commercial. We have Drew McIntyre in the ring. McIntyre says he doesn't like playing games, but Cross didn't get the memo and insists on attacking him from behind again and again. McIntyre announces it's official. At Extreme Rules. He will take on Cross in a strap match. Ooh, kinky. Yes, I just said that. Oh, fucking well. I don't have a filter. Ugh. And that, I'm sure, will later be called a Scottish strap match. Cross music hits and Scarlett walks down to the ring. McIntyre turns around before Cross can sneak up from behind him again. McIntyre slams Cross to the corner and then ties the strap around Cross's arm. McIntyre slams Cross down and begins to whip Cross with a strap. Ooh, kinky again. Cross tries to leave, but McIntyre pulls him back in the ring by the strap. Scarlett runs into the ring to hit McIntyre with a low blow. Yeah, my girl. Saving Cross, who then picks up the strap and throws it down on McIntyre. And then Cross and Scarlett go to leave the ring, but Cross turns back to choke McIntyre out with the cross jacket. I swear to God, both men are fucking hot. I'm going to be fucking needing a fan, needing the air conditioner, the windows open. I'm going to be eating ice cream. I'm going to be fucking all hot and bothered here. So we go back and we come back with Dakota Kai versus Raquel Rodriguez. The match begins with Rodriguez slamming Kai into the corner off the distraction by Bayley. Kai hits Rodriguez with a scorpion kick. Shotzi runs out to attack Bayley, which distracts Kai long enough for Rodriguez to get a roll up for a 3. Done with the women's match. Rodriguez picks up the victory. So we come back from a commercial break. We have the Usos versus Butch and Ridge Holland. Our tag team championship main event begins with Butch diving Jey Uso in the corner with a series of right hands. Butch locks in an armbar and then stops on Jay's elbow on the mat. Holland tags in, who is hit with kick to the back of the head by Jimmy, who then tags in. Jimmy hits a series of chops in the corner, and Jay tags back in. Butch and Holland team up to hit with 10 beats of the Bataran, making it 20 beats combined. Zayn causes a distraction, and Jay throws Butch to the barricade. Jimmy tags in, and the Usos hit a double power slam, and Jimmy covers Butch for a 2. Come back from commercial continues live with Jimmy hitting Butch with an enziguri. Jay tags in. Zayn goes to throw Butch back in the ring, but Jay scares him off and confronts Zayn on the outside. Butch takes advantage of Zayn's distraction and hits an enziguri and tags Holland in, who hits a slam on Jimmy after Jimmy is tagged in. Butch tags in, and Butch throws Jimmy over the top as Jay makes the blind tag. Butch hits a kick to Jay's head and covers for a 2. Jimmy tags back in. The Uso hits super kick as Butch goes for a moonsault. Jimmy then covers for a 2 count. Jay tags back in, and Butch counters the 1D with a DDT. Butch snaps Jay's fingers and tags Holland in. Jimmy makes the blind tag, and the Usos go for a double super kick. But Holland catches and then lifts and slams both Usos at the same time. Sami Zayn grabs a chair on the outside, but Sheamus prevents Zayn from throwing it in the ring. As Imperium runs out to take out Sheamus off the distraction, the Usos hit the 1D and cover Butch for the 3 count. And that is the end of the show. Yes, I'll be watching that. I will be watching that, definitely. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow morning while I'm having coffee. Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's going to be fun. I cannot believe I'm going to say this. I cannot believe I cannot wait until Extreme Rules. And I cannot wait till Survivor Series. Past 5 years, I couldn't care less about any of the WWE pay-per-views. Now with Triple H involved, give me all day, all night, please. Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna be freaking crazy, like warm that night. We go on to Monday Night Raw. We have tonight's show will have Io Sky and Bianca Belair going one on one. Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano taking on the Alpha Academy. You have Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle versus Damian Priest, The Miz versus with in the Miz TV, and AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. Tonight's show kicked off with Bianca Belair making her way to the ring with Alexa Bliss and Asuka. She says she would challenge Bayley tonight for the Raw Women's Championship, but but Bayley wouldn't do it alone. Damage Control then make their way to the ring. Bayley says it'll never be about just her and Bianca. She says Bianca was trained how to be a champion, but she trained herself. Bianca questioned where Bayley has been and tells her to remember because she was injured. Bayley says that's because she was injured. That's the only reason Bianca was at the top. Bianca reminds Bayley she was at the top while Bayley was there. Bayley then challenges Bayley then challenges Bianca to make the match at Extreme Rules, a ladder match. Bianca accepts and challenges Io Sky to a match tonight. That match is going to go like literally right after the promo. I am so glad, people. We actually have Extreme Rules at Extreme Rules. What a fucking concept. I mean, jeez, Triple H. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're just fucking firing on all cylinders. I mean, seriously, your fucking father-in-law doesn't even know the meaning of the word Extreme Rule. The only thing extreme he does is take out his fucking goddamn checkbook to fucking goddamn pay off fucking women to keep their mouth shut of sleeping with them. Yes, anything with Scarlet and Cross. That's it. I'm good. Bianca gets a hot start before we head to commercial break. Before we cut back to the action, a black SUV arrives in the back, and it's Solo Sequoia and Sami Zayn who is taking on AJ Styles tonight. The match at the beginning really showcased the strength of Bianca Belair. She hits a power slam. She hits a lot of power moves at first. However, after a nice reversal, Io Sky takes charge and works over Bianca's arm. Bianca gets back on top after some offense on the top turnbuckle, but it doesn't last long. As Io Sky boots her face into the post, we head to a commercial break. We return. There's a lot of back and forth action between the two women, with both sides having their partners look on from the outside. Bianca gets a couple of near falls but can't put Io away. She tries to hit a KOD, but Io Sky reverses it and heads to the top rope for an aerial maneuver. But it's reversed into a fallaway slam. That was good enough for another 2 count. The women battle to the top rope, and Io hits a arm drag from the top, followed by a running knees into the bottom of the turnbuckle. Bianca, however, covers and jumps outside to knock out Dakota Kai and Bayley. As Io makes her way back in, Bianca hits her with a KOD and gets the pinfall. In the back, we have Kevin Patrick with Rey Mysterio. He asked about Dominic's actions last week and what was going through Rey's mind. He said he would never fight Dominic, but he doesn't know what happened to the young man he raised. He says he can't sway his focus from his match tonight with Seth freaking Rollins. He said he won't be showing any mercy with Rollins tonight. We head back to commercial, and we have that match advertised as next one on the card. I'm sorry. I am 40 fucking years old. All right. I love older men. All right. But the fucking problem is these guys that are like 25, maybe 22 ish. Um, Holy shit. My fucking cougar card activated without even me knowing. All right. Dominic has some sort of power over me. And Jesus Christ, I love the way he's fucking like this prick dick, but he's like fucking smooth. Like he has a little bit of Razor Ramon in him. I'm loving it. And I'm surely Eddie Guerrero is loving this. He's like, holy shit, he's actually taking on the family traits. It's hilarious. I am telling you, Dominic made the best decision. His father never went heel. No matter how many people say, well, he joined the NWO. He was really never, he was always cheered. He was never a bad guy. He never did anything dastardly. And I find this hilarious. And Dominic needed to do this because when he does eventually turn to be back that baby face, it's going to be perfect. But if he wants to stay heel for as long as he wants, I'm not arguing. I don't know who's fucking luckier, Rhea Ripley or Dominic. Because let me tell you something, that vibe is there, very sexual, very yum. So we head to the back. Miz tells a group of security that they will be given a package of up to $1 million worth of gifts if they protect him from Loomis. They are called the Miz Force. Seth Rollins makes his way down for his match with Rey Mysterio. He cuts a promo putting over his upcoming match with Matt Riddle in the Fight Pit. Their match will take place in 2 weeks at Extreme Rules. Another stipulation. Oh my god, it's a fucking miracle. Their match will Rollins insulted Mysterio before he makes his way to the ring. He says he's going to give Mysterio the beating he too much of a coward to give his son. Ray attacks Rollins before the bell, and we head to commercial break. When we return, Rollins is handling Mysterio. Rollins is also bleeding on his forehead. The action turns outside, and Dominic comes down with a chair. He stands side by side with Rollins as he watches him continue to punish his dad. It should be noted another QR code popped up on the screen during this part of the match. We head back to the commercial. We come back from commercial. As we get back, Rollins is still in control as Dominic has taken a seat on the outside. Ray hits a really nice reversal as Rollins was going for the Three Amigos. Mysterio goes for a 619 but reverses it into a buckle bomb, and both men collapse to the ground. Mysterio takes Rollins outside with a Hurricane Rana and then hits a diamond splash to the outside. He gets Rollins back in, but only for a 2 count. Mysterio finally hits a 619, but Rollins rolls to the outside. Mysterio continues to the attack on the outside until Dominic intervenes and tells Ray to hit him with the chair. From behind, Rhea Ripley attacks Ray. They throw Mysterio back in the ring for his stomp and a submission for the win. In the back, Matt Riddle is watching, and Bobby Lashley meets him in the back. He says he wishing Riddle luck in his match tonight, and furthermore, wishing him luck in the Fight Pit at Extreme Rules. He also tells Riddle not to interrupt any of his matches again. Before commercial, Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano make their way through the hallway, and we see Miz security in despair. Now, I'm sorry, but fucking God, I'm telling you, I am fucking telling you. If Buddy Murphy ends up coming back to WWE, oh, he is joining the Judgment Day. Then we get back Aaliyah. And then we have fucking Ray, like legitimately, like fucking, hey, keep it in the fucking family. Like I said, keep it in the family. Oh, it's been night and day since Vince left. Definitely. So we come back. Alpha Academy make their way to the ring with Chad Gable waving an American flag in front of the Edmonton crowd. Gargano and Kevin Owens come out next, with Owens getting a huge home country reaction. Some good back and forth tag team wrestling between the two teams starts the match. We head to our commercial break. When we return, Otis is still using his power to dominate Gargano. Gargano, who is in despair for a tag, who is in desperate need for a tag, crawls to Owens, but is cut off. He reverses a Gable maneuver and finally hits a hot tag to Owens. Owens hits a sharpshooter to Gable, which gets a huge reaction from the crowd. Gargano gets a tag and performs some great tag team wrestling by cutting off Gable's from a tag. He tags Owens back in, who hits a swanton bomb, but for only a 2 count. Outside, Otis clears off an announce table while attacking Owens. However, Owens gets the advantage and hits a diving elbow through the table. Inside the ring, Gargano goes for a kick but distracted by Theory. Gable hits a huge maneuver for a 2 count, but Gargano kicks out. Gargano finally hits his finisher for a pinfall victory. Gargano and Owens pick up the victory. In the back, we have Kevin Patrick asks AJ Styles why he declined Judgment Day offer to join. He says to give respect, he has to get respect. Finn cuts him off, who tries to recruit and says they can change the business again. Balor offers him protection to watch his back, but Styles says he can watch his own back. After the break, we get Amos in a match. I'm telling you, because I don't care what they're fucking saying. The Good Brothers are talking to Triple H. And once they're back, Triple H is not going to fucking throw this opportunity away. They are going to bring the essence of the Bullet Club to the Judgment Day. It's going to be fucking crazy. Then it's going to give fucking Kenny Omega and the Bucks. Wow, wait a minute. Our fucking friends are over there. And they're being taken care of by Triple H. Tony Khan's not taking care of us. Not the way we thought we were going to get taken care of. Let's go over there. And if Triple H gets those 4 fucking guys, Tony Khan's shit. Up Shit's Creek without a paddle, number 1. Number 2, that then will have Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly go back to WWE, and they're going to put everybody in a fucking group. They're going to all fucking run WWE, and it's going to be done the right way instead of fucking politicking all times too. So we go to the back. Theory is getting after Alpha Academy. He asks why they didn't win, and Gable says Otis wasn't in good shape since being attacked by Braun Strowman. He calls Strowman a doofus, who calls Theory's phone with and challenges Gable to a match that we will get next week in Gable's hometown. Also, next week we have a match between Otis and Johnny Gargano. In the ring, we have a squash match featuring Otis. The Nigerian Giant wins in a few seconds and continues demolishing after the bell. He puts both of the enhancement talents on the announce table and stands over them as this segment ends. In the back, we see Miz sees his Miz Force has been beaten down. Miz realizes that Dexter Lumis is there, but by the time he realizes it, Lumis attacks him. Lumis was just in disguise, Edmonton Oilers gear. Lumis chokes Miz out before stroking his hair, and we head to another commercial break. When we get back from the break, Nikki Ash in the ring. She's taking on the returning Candice LeRae, Mrs. Johnny Wrestling. The two women take on each other in a one-on-one match. The match started by Nikki being super aggressive, but it doesn't take long for LeRae to get back on top. LeRae gets the win after an avalanche swinging neck breaker in the corner. After the match, we see Nikki Ash take off her mask. A very impressive win for LeRae in her return to the company. She is now an official Monday Night Raw roster member. I mean, did you really think she was going to AEW? Police. Do you think she was actually going to Impact? Do you think she was going to Ring of Honor? Her fucking husband is now on Raw. That means that they could do what Becky and Seth is doing. Please, people, please. After we get a video package hyping up Roman Reigns and Logan Paul match in Saudi Arabia, the match will take place November 5th at Crown Jewel. Up next, we have AJ Styles and Sami Zayn. In the back, Balor is telling Judgment Day that Styles is going to come around, but they're interrupted by Kevin Patrick. Patrick asks Priest is going to hold back any against his former friend Matt Riddle. Rhea Ripley and Priest question why Patrick asks such dumb questions. Priest confirms he's going to give Matt Riddle a beatdown. Next, we have Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles. Sammy's accompanied to the ring by Solo Sikoa. Sammy hits an early shoulder tackle before throwing up the one, acknowledging his tribal chief. The two men share a lot of back and forth before things head to the outside, and Sammy hits a beautiful springboard moonsault to Styles. However, Styles takes control and hits a nice bomb before a 2 count. Zayn rolls out and Styles comes in with a phenomenal forearm to the outside, and we head to the commercial break. We return. The honorary Uce and Styles are reversing each other's moves. Sammy hits a blue thunder bomb, but only gets a 2 count. Sammy hits another big suplex, but can't quite get the cover quickly, and that allows Styles to kick out at 2. Sammy then takes the offense to the outside and bashes Styles around. He gets a near count-out win, but Styles makes it back in just in time. Elbows by Zayn and Pele kick by Styles knock them both to the ground as we head to our break. We come back, we see the two on the top turnbuckle as Styles tries to hit a Styles Clash with no luck. Styles afterward does lock in the calf crusher, but Zayn gets to the ropes. Sammy finally hits a haluva kick for the win. After the match, Styles is groggy in the ring when Judgment Day music hits. The group heads to the ring with Balor leading the charge. Balor tells Styles if he wouldn't just listen and take in their offer, the outcome would have been different. Balor gives Styles one of the more chance to join the Judgment Day, and Styles declines the invitation. He was doing the 2 sweet, and then AJ Styles goes like he's about to go, and he goes like this. So, I mean, now freaking the Good Brothers are doing it. I mean, a pure coincidence? I think not. The group attacks Styles. Balor nearly hits Styles with a chair wrapped around his throat, but stops just in time. He tells Styles it could have ended his career, but he didn't because that's not what friends do as the segment comes to an end. Before the match, we find out John Cena set a record with the most Make-A-Wish granted, 615. Kudos to him. Cena gets a round of applause. In the back, we see Candice LeRae celebrate with Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. She tells Belair she hopes she destroys Bayley at Extreme Rules. Bayley overhears this and makes a smart remark. This sets up a match between LeRae and Dakota Kai next week. Ooh. The match is our main event. Matt Riddle versus Damian Priest. The men exchange offense moves before Riddle finally gains control. As he about to hit a clothesline, Priest reverses with a lariat of his own to take control. As the match goes to the outside, Priest throws Riddle up through the barricade. We headed to commercial break. We return. Priest still is in control, but Riddle changes that quickly. Riddle hits a flurry of offense, but is only good for a 2 count. We head for our last commercial break of the night. Riddle, as we return, gets a near fall after superplex. Both men then take turns on the offense before Riddle hits a Bo Derek, but only for a 2 count. After a facebuster by Damian Priest that gets a 2 count, Riddle goes for an RKO, but it's negated by Priest. But Riddle rolls up Priest for the win. After the match, we see a beatdown by the Judgment Day to Matt Riddle, but Edge is back. He takes out Priest, Balor, and scares Dominic and Rhea Ripley off. Edge is standing tall in the middle of the ring. He grabs a mic and he challenges Balor to a match at Extreme Rules in an I Quit match. Holy shit, another fucking Extreme Rules match. I can't handle this. It's too much. I know I'm over dramatic, but that's the way I am. Since NXT has been taped, I'm just going to read what happened with the matches, and then I'm going to move on to AEW, and I'm going to get you the hell out of here. Why listen to people that are going to go on 3, 4, 5 hours? I go on for like 2, maybe 2.5 hours. You get everything. You get Raw, what happened on Raw, what happened on SmackDown, NXT 2.0 to be regular NXT, AEW Rampage, and Dynamite. If Ring of Honor gets thrown in there, I'm going to add it to the bunch. But I don't know how people could sit for 5, 6 hours. Meanwhile, you tune in here, you get everything going, and you get a little laughter on top of it. We had at the beginning of NXT, we had Mandy Rose defeating Fallon Henley. We have Alba Fire sending a message to Mandy Rose, and I think this is the woman is going to take the title from Mandy Rose so her and her girls can move up to the main roster. We have Wesley defeating Tony D'Angelo to earn a spot in the Halloween Havoc North American title match. That's also coming up. I can't wait for that. I'm hoping that it's going to be better than the last Halloween Havocs, because guess what? We don't have to fucking worry about commercials. So Ruka made her debut, and she defeated Amory Miller from NXT UK. Joe Gacy defeated Cameron Grimes. Nikita Lyons defeated Kaden Carter, she's the half of the NXT Women's Champion, just to let you know. Ilya Dragunov defeated Zion Quinn. Brutus Creed defeated Damon Kemp via disqualification. Josh Briggs and Brooke Jensen defeated Gallus in a pub rules match. And because of this, Gallus has been suspended indefinitely. Jeez, they're using that suspension thing. But at least they are doing it per storyline, not when some fucking EVPs go to somebody's locker room and completely fucking be so unprofessional. On to Dynamite. Dynamite was really fucking good this week. Oh my god. No, let's not go to Dynamite. Let's go to Rampage. Sorry. Rampage was really good for 2 hours. Great on us. I think it was Sunday morning I watched it. Great thing for on demand. So they were still from Arthur Ashe Stadium. This is Rampage Grand Slam. We started off with a no DQ. Darby Allin and Sting versus the House of Black, Brody King and Buddy Matthews. Darby and Sting ambushed the House of Black as they were making their dark entrance. Once they brawled to the ring, Brody chopped Darby off the top rope, sending Darby pinwheeling down onto the arena floor. Buddy and Brody circled Sting. Sting fought them off and splashed Buddy in the corner. Brody swung at Sting, but Sting ducked. Brody's hit Buddy with the lariat that was intended for Sting. Darby used an avalanche code red on Brody for a near fall. Darby attempted a tope suicida on Buddy, but Buddy blocked it with a shoulder to Darby. Brody shoved Sting off the top rope, sending Sting crashing through a table on the arena floor. The House of Black isolated Sting inside the ring. Julia entered the ring with a pair of handcuffs, and then Brody put them on Sting. The House of Black punished Darby Allin on the ramp as Sting was handcuffed inside the ring. Remember what happened in the WCW? Nice touch to go to a throwback. Darby climbed the entrance tunnel and delivered a coffin drop off of it and down onto Buddy, at least 10 feet below. Brody and Darby in a sleeper, but Darby rolled forward and the two fell off the stage down through a table. Buddy popped Sting on a chair inside the ring. Buddy was about to hit Sting with a baseball bat when the arena lights went out. The lights turned back on and the Great Muta appeared on the ramp. Muta entered the ring and blew the green mist into Buddy's eyes. And Sting broke free of the handcuffs. Sting used a scorpion death drop on Buddy and pinned him. What a moment! This will be a moment we will never forget in AEW, said Tony Schiavone. I got goosebumps, says Jericho. Now, Sting is going to help Muta with his retirement in All Japan. So that's going to be an interesting. So look out for that. FTW champion Hook and Action Bronson versus the Jericho Appreciation Society, Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. Taz joins the commentary team for this match. Parker kicked Hook in the head. Hook fired back with an El Camino, but wrench suplex. Menard wanted Bronson, so Hook tagged in Bronson. Action Bronson ran over Parker and Menard like a Mack truck. He splashed them in the corner and then tagged Hook. Parker and Menard double team Hook. Parker suplexed Hook for a 2 count. Menard tagged in and he and Parker used tandem offense on Hook. Hook is getting challenged, said Ross. Bronson tagged in and hit Matt with a power slam. He followed up with a pounce to Parker. Hook tagged in and locked the Red Rum on Cool Hand. Bronson put the Red Rum on Menard and they won via tap out. TNT champion Wardlow with ROH champion Samoa Joe versus the Tony Nese and Josh Woods. I gotta fix my chair. Hold on. Oh, that feels better. Most of the chair was underneath the table. I wonder why my butt was hanging off. Samoa and Joe and Wardlow wasted no time in going after Woods and Nese. Woods hit a German suplex on Wardlow. Wardlow fired back with belly suplex of his own. Wardlow and Woods spilled to the outside of the ring. Nese tried for a moonsault, but Samoa Joe walked out of the way. I love the way he does that. He's like, "You coming after me? Yeah, it's sidestep." Nese chopped Joe in the throat. Nese charged at Joe, but Joe countered with a muscle buster and pinned Nese for the win. Woods jumped into the ring, and he and Nese double teamed Samoa Joe after the bell. Wardlow came in to aid Joe. Wardlow powerbombed Smart Mark Sterling. Wardlow planted Sterling again as the powerbomb symphony was in full swing. Scrape him off the mat, Jericho says. Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Ray Phoenix with Alex Abrahantes. Ray Phoenix hit Jungle Boy with an uppercut. Jack Perry retaliated with a drop kick. Ray Phoenix blasted Jungle Boy with a hook kick. Jungle Boy and Ray Phoenix traded chest chops. Jack came back with a flying forearm and a lariat. Jungle Boy smashed Ray Phoenix with a brainbuster for a near fall. Ray Phoenix nailed Jungle Boy with a cutter out of nowhere. Perfect shot, said Ross. These two athletes are putting on a clinic, added Schiavone. Ray Phoenix ate a forearm from Jungle Boy on a ring apron. Ray Phoenix punted Jungle Boy in the head. Jungle Boy blasted Ray Phoenix with a thrust kick. Ray Phoenix ran down the ramp and Jungle Boy boarded off the ropes and onto Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy came back in with a power bomb and a running elbow to the back of Ray's head for a near fall. Jungle Boy countered with the third suplex in the Three Amigos with a cradle shock for a near fall. Ray Phoenix used a massive frog splash onto Jungle Boy, but Jungle Boy managed to kick out. Jungle Boy countered a black fire driver and pinned Ray Phoenix. That is a signature win for the professional life of Jungle Boy Jack Perry, said Ross. After the match, Christian Cage walked onto the ramp. Luchasaurus tried to blindside Jungle Boy, but Jungle Boy saw him just in the nick of time. But Luchasaurus planted Jungle Boy with all his force. Christian Cage, you jumped me like a coward at All Out, and I still beat you. I squashed your match. You never going to outsmart me or beat me. This is your final warning, Jungle Boy. You took away my right arm. I introduced you to my right hand. Luchasaurus, do not come back next week. After being ordered by Christian Cage, Luchasaurus chokeslammed Jungle Boy. Mad King Eddie Kingston versus Sammy Guevara. Sammy insulted Kingston before the match, and Kingston went crazy. Kingston hit Sammy with headbutts. Eddie poked Sammy in the eyes and then chopped him. Sammy back body dropped Eddie off the apron and down onto the arena floor. Back in the ring, after Tate grabbed Eddie's boot, Sammy rocked Kingston with a knee strike. Sammy hit the double jump cutter for a near fall. Kingston rallied back with a lariat to Sammy. Kingston used a back body drop for driver on Sammy. Kingston nailed Sammy with a spinning back fist and then a second spinning back fist. Kingston used a third spinning back fist. Kingston locked on the stretch plum, and the ref ended the match as Sammy was unable to defend himself. Eddie wouldn't release the hold after the match. Jerry Lynn ran down to try talk sense into Kingston. AEW senior official Paul Turner reversed the decision due to Eddie Kingston's not cooperating. TBS title match. If you blinked, it was over. And you think all Saraya is going to do anything about this? She fucking goddamn had a lumberjack match. Is that changed? No, that's me seeing fucking what's going on Monday and Fridays back a year ago. We have Jay Cargill with Diamante. Diamante kicked at Jay's leg. She chopped Jade at Jade and then tried a sunset flip for a near fall. Jade rocked Diamante with a pump kick. Diamante jumped off the rope at Jade. Outside the ring, Jade caught her. Cargill planted Diamante with Jade and pinned her. After the match, Trina smacked Diamante and aligned herself with Jade and the baddies. Grand Slam Golden Ticket Battle Royale, whatever. The winner earns a future title shot at Jon Moxley. Hangman Adam Page was jumped from behind by Roosh. The Blade and the Butcher. Dark Order came to aid of Page. Danhausen grounded and pounded QT Marshall. Blade eliminated Danhausen. Brian Cage eliminated Dante Martin. Best Friend suplexed Jake Hager out of the ring. Dalton Castle eliminated Brian Cage after he was distracted by the boys. Lee Moriarty eliminated Daniel Garcia, but Matt Hardy was then tossed Lee over to the top rope. Lance Archer was showing a renewed fighting spirit in the ring. Matt Hardy eliminated the Blade after the twist of fate. The Butcher threw out Matt Hardy. Hangman eliminated the Butcher. Roosh and John Silver traded elbows until Roosh hurled John over the top rope. Penta El Zero Miedo eliminated Lance Archer. Jay Lethal eliminated Penta. Hangman, Adam Page, and Rush are the final two. Rush rocked Hangman with a thrust kick. Page fired back with a discus elbow. Rush and Page exchanged chops on the apron. Hangman eliminated Rush and will face AEW champion. Lights out match. Main event. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Absolute Starks. They slugged it out with one another as the match started. Hobbs retreated to the floor. Starks took Hobbs off his feet with a clothesline. Hobbs is rattled, said Excalibur. Hobbs retaliated with a neck breaker, and Hobbs carried a table into the ring and then threw it into the Starks. Hobbs hurled steel chairs into the ring. Hobbs waffled Starks with a steel chair. Ricky spiked Hobbs with a DDT. Hobbs hit Starks with a low blow. Hobbs set up two chairs facing one another. Starks kicked Hobbs in between the legs. Hobbs back body dropped Starks onto the edges of the two steel chairs. Hobbs used a running power slam on Starks onto a stack of chairs for a near fall. They brawled on the ramp. Starks tried to spear Hobbs, but Hobbs sidestepped it and sent Starks crashing into the light fixture. Hobbs pulled the lights off the wall. Starks speared Hobbs through a table before Hobbs could use the lights. Starks cracked Hobbs with the lights. Stark finishes off Hobbs with a Rochambeau and pinned him for the win. And the revenge of Ricky Starks, said Chris Jericho. And we are going to be going to the Liacouras Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for Dynamite. Oh yeah, Maida. Today is just not my day of talking. I did a lot of talking and hoot and hollering last night. Dynamite. We have, and you heard where it's being broadcast from. We have the opening tonight's show, the Jericho Appreciation Society Champion Celebration. ROH World Champion Chris Jericho came out with Angelo Parker, Matt Menard, Anna J. A.S., Ring of Honor Pure Champion Daniel Garcia, Sammy Guevara, and Tay Mello. What a celebration we have for you tonight. Daddy Magic put the call into the pizza guy, Luigi Primo, said Matt. It's from New York City, said Luigi. None of you get pizzas, but you do get the greatest Ring of Honor champion of all day. Chris Jericho, said Anna. Now, I could take a little bit of criticism about like my state and shit like that, but I'm sorry, you're gonna get the best pizza here in fucking Little Italy, and I don't give a shit. All right, this is where pizza fucking made it big here. I'm sorry, my Chicago fans and friends and everything. I'm sorry, pizza is done right here. I am telling you, if anybody comes to New York, you go to a local pizzeria. You sit down. You have a nice cold beer and you have a fucking slice. And it's not in fucking goddamn rectangles. It's not in fucking goddamn circles. It's in triangles. You fold it up and you pie face it in your mouth. That's how you do it. Now, if you want to put a little red pepper flake, or you want to put a little onion powder, or you want to put a little Parmesan Reggiano, okay, whatever. But I do it all natural. I put a little bit of cracked black pepper, and there you go. That's it. You don't need anything else. And for the people who do it in Chicago, I do not want a lasagna with a pizza in it, okay? I do not want to be sitting down with a fork and knife to eat my slice of pizza. I'm sorry. That's a lasagna. That's a cake. That's not a pie. And I digress. Jericho, you guys want pizza? You can't have any. What you can have is the most important Ring of Honor champion in history, the Ocho's Chris Jericho. In just 1 week, more people have seen me as Ring of Honor world champion than all the other Ring of Honor champions combined. I'm sorry, Chris. I got a fucking bone to pick with you on that. So you're dissing Adam Cole. You're dissing Adam Cole. You're dissing Kyle O'Reilly. You're dissing Jay Lethal. You're dissing all those other people. I understand you're trying to get a show, but come on, think here. This is the era of Ring of Jericho. I'm going to start off tonight by having my first title defense against former Ring of Honor champion Bandito. But he's a wrestler, and I'm a sports entertainer. No, he's a wrestler, and sports entertainers beat wrestlers every single time. Danny Garcia, I know we had our miscommunication, but I know you've had an amazing sports and you're an amazing sports entertainer. And I brought this gift for you. Jericho handed Garcia a box to open. Inside it was a purple bucket hat. Yes, that's the look of the best technical sports entertainer of all time, says Jericho. Garcia removed the hat and threw it into the mat. Garcia decked Luigi. Garcia, this is enough. This isn't me. This isn't what I envisioned of myself. But I got into this business. I tolerated it. But I need to tell you something. I've been meaning to get this off my chest. Chris, I think it's time for Jericho. This is about this. This is a crossroads for you. Make the wrong decision and you're going to have to take I'm going to have to take you out. I'm going to ask you this once and I want you to answer it properly. Are you a sports entertainer or are you a wrestler? A pro wrestler? The American Dragon Daniel Bryan walked down to the ring with a microphone in hand. The celebration just gotten very interesting, said Shivani. Danielson, Chris, it seems to me like you're trying to tell Daniel Garcia what to think he should be. Garcia, I have an infinite amount of respect for you. You're a grown ass man. You can do what you want. But if you want to stay with the JAS, you can stay with them. But if you want to come to the BCC, you can come with us. Jericho, Danielson, shut your mouth. I'm sick of you trying to poach my guy. Daniel Garcia does what I tell him to do. Garcia, Chris, let's one thing straight right now. I don't belong to you, and I don't gotta do nothing that you tell me to do. But let's not get too serious. We're supposed to be entertaining right now. What if I threw this pizza on the ground? Would that be entertaining? Justin Roberts, what if we were a tag team? Would that be entertaining? Do you guys think I'd be entertaining if I was in a tag team with Daniel Bryan? I mean, Bryan Danielson, son of a bitch, Bryan slip. I gotta stop that. The fans chanted yes. Garcia, I think it'll be real entertaining if me and Bryan teamed against you and your little bro Sammy. Matt Menard, we are sick of your crap. We had your back since day one, and now you want to spit in our face and tag with Danielson. I ought to punch you in the face right now. Danielson, right now, well, I have some good news. I was told I could come out here and have a fight with anyone that wants one. So why don't we have a fight between the entertainer Daddy Magic and the heart of professional wrestling, Bryan Danielson? So we have the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson versus Daddy Magic, Matt Menard. William Regal, or should I say Lord William Regal, joined the commentary team for this match. Menard shoved at Danielson. Bryan fired back with European uppercuts. Menard took the fight to Danielson with shots to Danielson's forehead. Danielson answered with round body kicks. Menard pushed Bryan off the top rope, sending Bryan spilling to the arena floor. Matt Menard whipped Danielson into the steel barricade. Back in the ring, Bryan's kicks battered Menard. Bryan followed up with clothesline, taking Menard off his feet. Angelo Parker pulled Menard out of the ring. Danielson attempted a running knee, but Parker pulled Matt out of the ring, out of the way. Parker DDT Danielson on the arena floor as the ref had his back turned. Claudio Castagnoli ran out to even up the odds. Claudio carried Angelo Parker away from the ring and the back to the locker room. Danielson nailed Matt with a running knee strike and then forced him to the tap out via the label lock. Out next, the casino ladder match winner, self-proclaimed the devil, MJF. Before MJF could come out, Wheeler stormed to the ring. Yuta, we have a real serious problem. MJF, Max, you had the audacity to put your hands on Shivani, and I think action should have consequences. And I think you should come down here and fight me in my city. Philly, don't get too excited because we know Max just likes to run and hide. Max knows once the bell rings, he can hang with me. Come down here and take the ass kicking you deserve. MJF music hits. He says, cut my music. Everybody give it up for Wheeler Yuta, the hometown boy. Shivani is a coward just like everybody else in the arena, except you, Wheeler. You're no coward. You and I wrestled up and down the independent circuit. You made a mistake when you went toe to toe with me on the microphone last week. You're taking up my time. The biggest draw in AEW. At 26 years of age, I make more money than this bum town and everyone watching at home. Yuta, I don't care about your money. I don't care about your scarf. If you don't want to fight me in the ring, I will leave you in a pool of blood on Broad Street. You may not know this, Max, but bad things happen in Philadelphia, and tonight is no exception. Colton and Austin Gunn from the firm came out to be MJF security. MJF, I'll see you in the ring next week in Dumpy, DC. I am going to go up in the skybox and watch Jon Moxley wrestle. Wheeler Yuta has to wait 7 more days to get his hands on MJF, said Excalibur. AEW World Championship Eliminator match. Jon Moxley versus Rock Hard Juice Robinson. I gotta have a bone to pick with Mrs. Robinson. Tony Storm Robinson. Just like you, everybody that finds her attractive, and she's a gorgeous woman. Just not my type. We've got to have a bone to pick. Where the fuck have you been hiding your husband? I mean, you have him caged up or something, or you just don't want to have your husband get any more clout. I mean, holy shit. He was so fucking deliciously yummy that I fucking ordered not one, no, his only t-shirt that he has from Bullet Club. Girl, okay, I see where you're going there. So we have William Regal back on commentary. Juice blinded Moxley as Mox was making his entrance. Juice got the jump on Moxley, said Excalibur. Moxley rocked, added Taz as Juice headbutted Moxley. Moxley sent Juice over the top rope to the arena floor with a lariat. Moxley whipped Juice into the barricade. Mox suplexed Juice on the arena floor. MJF was watching the match from his skybox. MJF has that poker chip. He can cash that in at any time, said Excalibur. Back in the ring, Moxley and Robinson traded strikes. Juice started to bite Moxley. Juice followed up with a clothesline in the corner. Moxley jumped up and struck Juice with a lariat. Robinson shoved Moxley through the ropes. They both fell to the arena floor. Juice splashed Mox with a cannonball against the steel guardrail. Moxley and Juice collided with clotheslines in the ring. Finally, Moxley countered with a cutter for a near fall. Moxley applied the ankle lock, but Juice grabbed the bottom rope. Moxley in the driver's seat, said Excalibur. Juice gouged at Moxley's eyes. Juice powerbombed Mox for a two count. Juice landed the Pulp Fiction for a near fall on Moxley. Moxley rocked Juice with a regal knee and then forced Juice to tap after applying the cross-arm breaker. Winner of the Golden Ticket Grand Slam Battle Royal, Hangman Adam Page came out to the ring and had a stare down with Moxley. MJF, whoa, 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 settle down. Don't you realize you're not fighting each other, man? You're fighting to lose because once you morons get to Cincinnati, I may cash in my chip and become the new AEW World Champion. Wheeler Yuta grabbed MJF from behind and began pummeling him. The security detail had to pry Wheeler off MJF. We heard from Saraya. Saraya, I'm back, and it feels fantastic to be back. It's been a crazy road. I'm damaged, but not broken. At the end of the day, and I will create change in this division. I'm the revolution. AEW is officially my house. Let's bring out all the ladies right now. They only bring out a certain amount. Where the fuck was Red Velvet? Where the hell was fucking Rio? Where was Hikaru Shida? The list goes on and on. The TBS champion, the baddies. I mean, where was all these women? That wasn't the whole fucking goddamn division, or is it Soraya's hand picked? Because I have a feeling it's going to be just like that. She's gonna end up fucking doing what fucking Kenny Omega did, and she is going to run things, and they're not going to be logical, because she fucking did a lumberjack match. And why was it, if she was cleared, she should have stayed out and helped with the lumberjack? Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. She is there as like a GM. What happened to Madison Rayne? Madison Rayne was supposed to be that. Fucking, that was a bad move. So they went to Saraya. And I'm telling you, Thunder Rosa is going to be fucking wiped clean. Guarantee it. AEW Interim Women's World Champion Toni Storm, Athena, Willow Nightingale, Blue Sky, and Madison Rayne came to the ring. Saraya, when I say we're going to make a change, I promise we're going to make a change. Toni is finally being utilized to her full potential. I am honored to be in the ring with you, Toni. Because fucking Vince McMahon didn't want to be doing that. You cannot say, oh, I finally have a boss that I can talk to. So you're going to completely disregard Triple H. That's disrespectful for you. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Jamie Hayter, Rebel, and Penelope Ford came out. Baker, I am the face of this women's division. I put my neck on the line for AEW, unlike yours. Mine is strong enough to handle it. This is your house. Half of these people don't even know how to pronounce your name. Tony, I respect you, but you couldn't keep yourself away from all the problematic people. You and your tag team partner broke my nose yet again. But that's not why we are here tonight. Tony, you've got quite a match on your hands. And Jamie Hayter will have her shot after Serena Deeb does. One misstep from you when you're in the ring with the professor, and we'll hear the words "and new." Bring out Serena. Serena, I talked to Tony Schiavone today. Talked to Tony Khan today. And we decided we're going to make this a lumberjack match for the championship. So it's Serena Deeb versus Toni Storm for the title. Serena joined the broadcast booth for this match. So she goes to the commentary booth. So we know that she's not cleared. Toni Storm grabbed a front face lock on Deeb. Tony sent Deeb to the outside with a shoulder tackle. Tony chopped away at Deeb, but Deeb turned things around with machine gun chops of her own. Deeb dumped Storm to the outside. Storm jumped back into the ring with a diving cross body block to Deeb for a near fall. Storm nailed Deeb with a German suplex. Deeb dodged the hip attack. Hayter swept out Tony's leg and yanked her outside the ring. Willow chased Hayter to the back. Deeb locked Storm in a half crab submission. Tony managed to grab the bottom rope to force the break. Storm hit a diving crossbody, but Deeb rolled through and put the single leg crab on Toni Storm. Rocked Deeb with an up kick and then the hip attack in the corner. Tony nailed Deeb with Storm 0 for a 2 count. Deeb digging deep, able to kick out, said Excalibur. Serena hit a dragon screw on Tony. Deeb climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Tony met her up there. Storm spiked Deeb with an avalanche pile driver and pinned Deeb for the win. Backstage, Matt Hardy approaches Private Party after they were dismissed by Andrade El Idolo. Quit. Get out of your deal. I promise we'll do it again right, said Hardy. Absolute Ricky Starks versus El Isium. Starks speared Isium. Stark rocked Isium with a Rochambeau and scored the pin. And that's one for the record book, said Excalibur. ROH Championship match. The Ocho Chris Jericho versus Bandito. Ring of Honor's Ian Ichabodi joined the broadcast team for this match. Bandito connected with a right hand. Jericho fired back with a clothesline. Jericho chopped at Bandito. Bandito dove Jericho to the barricade with a tope. Jericho jumped off the top turnbuckle, but Bandito countered with a thrust kick. Bandito used a delayed vertical suplex on Jericho. The crowd rallied behind Bandito. Bandito nailed Jericho with a frog splash, good for a near fall on Jericho. Chris Jericho booted Bandito in the mouth. Jericho blasted Bandito with a code breaker. Bandito sent Jericho to the arena floor with a Hurricane Rana off the ring apron. Jericho crushed Bandito with the Lion Salt. Jericho blasted Bandito with dirty knee strikes. Bandito planted Jericho with a crucifix bomb. Jericho blocked a knee from Bandito and applied the walls of Jericho in the center of the ring. Bandito crawled and reached the ropes. Jericho suplexed Bandito. Jericho climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Bandito popped Jericho with a swift kick in the mouth. Bandito hit Jericho with a moonsault fallaway slam off the top rope. The fans chanting, AEW, AEW. Bandito nailed Jericho with the knee and the 21 plex for a near fall. Unbelievable heart shown by Chris Jericho, said Excalibur. Jericho poked Bandito in the eyes. Jericho put Bandito in the lion tamer and forced Bandito to tap out. He had no choice, said Taz. Jericho cut the music. The Ring of Jericho era has begun. I'm changing what Ring of Honor is. I'm going to destroy its legend. I'm going to destroy every champion, great champion that has held the Ring of Honor championship. And I'm challenging Bryan Danielson in Toronto on October 21st. Jericho nailed Ring of Honor announcer Bobby Cruz with the Judas Effect. So we're going to be at the the Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington, D.C. this Wednesday. So that is that. That is that. We are gearing up for Extreme Rules, which, due to scheduling, I'm going to be, hopefully, I can record for next week for 59, episode 259. I'm going to go live. Not live. I'm going to record after SmackDown is over next week for the preview and predictions of Extreme Rules, and then I'm going to go live right after Extreme Rules because the next day I have to get up early. I have to go visit my son. So that is that. I am going to let you guys go, but please, I keep freaking telling you to go follow me on all my social media. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, Mel'S Mat Chat. Please go follow me on Facebook and Snapchat. Also, please, if you find this, go and subscribe. Turn on my notifications, all my notifications, so when I go live, you know about it. And please like and share my videos. It will be a great deal of help. Have a great night, Melissa. Take care. Thank you so much, Chris. You have a great weekend. So that is that. So Friday will not be live. I will not be live. It'll be recorded and it'll be up on the channel at an early start time at 11 a.m. Also, I will be going recording for preview and predictions, which that will be again for 11 a.m. I will be live immediately after the pay-per-view with the review of the show. So I'm going to make a little video, leave it on the top of my Twitter feed, and you'll know, and you'll have all the information in the 411. Please go check out harrys.com for all your shaving and toiletry essentials. Please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com and go check out all their beard essentials. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and get those 3 awesome righteous flavors to murder your thirst. Please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And I know I have to make a fucking live stream on Instagram. I've been meaning to do that, but I've been so flipping busy to get my reaction of the pumpkin and the espresso. Also, please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. Please go check out all their back pay-per-views on Fight TV and check out all what's going on in HOG on hogwrestling.net. And if you're in the greater Pennsylvania area, please go check out Sanctuary and Outbreak Wrestling and check out their social media. There's no websites yet, so once I get the website, you'll know about it. I want everybody to have a great Friday. I'm enjoying my rest of my week, and I'm going to go take a nice hot shower. I'm going to go get cleaned up for the afternoon, and I am going to relax until SmackDown. So have a great Friday. And for the people still in Florida and now in the Carolinas, my heart is with you, and hopefully that this goes quickly, and then we're going to get the run-ins tomorrow, which, it's going to be ducky around here. So have a great weekend, and I love you all, and you'll see next week. It'll be pre-recorded and everything, and then we're on our way to Extreme Rules. Have a great Friday. Love you all.